Anyways, John Sykes. Let's get into the John Sykes thing. Please come on here, respectfully comment. Let me do this real first, because people don't understand what a plexi is. Plexi refers to a sound. Plexi is just a plastic cover. They made Marshall's super leads with metal covers and super leads with plexiglass covers. It is the same circuitry from Hendrix's 59 super lead, which is referred to as a plexi because it's the same exact circuits. A cover does not, or a knob doesn't change the sound. So let's go in here just to educate some people who are coming on channels without the proper knowledge. Plexi is a term for plexiglass, a transparent, durable acrylic plastic. It can also be referred to Marshall amps from the 60s that had plastic front panels. But what was that amp? A term for Marshall amps with plexiglass, known for the volume and crunchy overdrive. The Super Lead model 1959 is a notable example, but it's not a plexi. Technically, it's not. Jimi Hendrix was known to use the Marshall Super Lead amp, also known as a plexi. Plexi sound is characterized by clear highs, mid-range presence, and a low-end thump. Not a cover. Why would you come on this channel without knowing and understanding what a true plexi is? Circuitry is what the sound comes from. Like a vintage guitar. Now, let me just reference some of the vintage guitars. I got one right here. And I'm just going to flat out say they suck. As a guitar player, you're going to be like, what? But you own them. Yes, as a collector. But as a guitar player, they suck. Here's one right here. This is a 70s custom. Now you guys that know how to reference these, and this one's a very heavy pain in my butt. Let me turn it a little bit so you can see. Now you can see the pots on there. Those are Gibson old pots. How do you know? Well, the hasp, but they also got these tabs on there, which they don't do no more. And then you can look by the bridge. I think it's called an AB1, something like that. But look at this. It is bowed in. And then let's take a look at this. Let's just take a look at that. Let me put that. You see that bow in there? See it bowed down? Why is that? Why is that? Because they used a lot of copper infused with nickel, and they made the metals very soft. It was a poor design. Very poor. They should have used a harder metal. The frets and the saddles and everything would have not worn. So now my 58 has the same problem that I sent out for that. On the 58, I have to have fixed because I was going to show it and play it. But I'm not even going to fix this because this is completely original. My 58 is not completely original. It's been worked on a couple times. And people want to go, well, you know, like Nashville guitar player, Nashville guitars. Why would you buy an old guitar? For a collector's item. Gold bars are just for collectors. You don't modify a gold bar. You don't put a stamp on a gold bar. So there you go. End of discussion. If you're going to come on here with some unintelligent comments, please, again, intelligence, rationale, and reasoning. Like if you're Joe Bonamassa' guitar tech, are you going to have a beer sweating over his 59 and chicken nuggets all poured out on the workbench while you're working on one of his guitars? Why not? Because it's irrational, not reasonable, and just plain dumb. You'd be fired. So when I see other people do that, I think something's here is missing, or that's a fake guitar. It's rationale and reasoning. That's just me. Or you're just that far gone. So, now, John Sykes. Now this is the plexi patch in my Fractal. And baby, honey. I forget what he said. And it's still a denial. We make it sing like that. Anyway, what made Sykes such a great player? He wrote, he could solo, and he could sing better than David Coverdale. Now, there's a lot of stuff you guys probably don't know. David had 2 kids and a wife and was very into his family. That's why he was missing from the scene, and he had cancer for a while. But he was very well respected in the guitar community. I knew people that knew him. That's how I was able to get that he had passed away out on YouTube before a lot of people. Now, I am going to talk about ToneJunkies because ToneJunkies is one of my favorite channels, and I got into it a couple years ago with him because he was dishonest. And he's got a video called Why YouTubers Aren't Honest. And again, he's doubling down and not telling the truth. If you get gear sent to you for free and you keep it, that's called payment, compensation for the video. So, yeah, he's referencing $100 pedals. Well, it's not that much money. Yeah, but if you get sent a $3,000 head or a Kemper, that's a lot of money, and that's a lot of compensation. Again, not telling the whole truth. Tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. They just can't do it, can they? Now, real quick, I get compensated. Did I show you guys? I wanted to see how much compensation was in my YouTube studios. So I'm not taking free gear. I won't take free gear. This is just for ads. It's $56.81 right there. Bo, go lay down. And that's for a week worth of videos. So it's about 10,000 views. That's nothing. So probably what I'll do is at the end of the year, or maybe every quarterly, maybe put all that money on a MasterCard and we'll do giveaways with it or something. Because it's not really even worth, so when people say, oh, he's doing it for the clicks and the money, really? And this sounds really good. I added 2 EQs, one in the front, which is a 10-band, and a 3-band parametric U after the amp. And I added, Bo, go sit down. To get this John Sykes, and I had some chorus. Now, some of his licks, he did a couple things. Now, the one thing that he did all the time was he liked to land on these thirds of chords. So a minor is A minor, A major is here. So, forgive me, I went the wrong way looking at the camera. Maybe I should look at the guitar neck. Major, minor. So major, minor, major, minor. He liked to land on the third a lot. So like if you take a G, so if you know what your majors and minor positions are, position pattern playing, referencing to that, he would do something like this. Landed on the third with a wide bend. Taking a box shape out of the pentatonic and making a melodic. That's all pentatonic playing, and he was great at it. But he knew a lot of theory, hence why he wrote, sang, and played, and he sang better than Coverdale. Now, one of the other things that he liked to do, which was cool, is he trilled a lot. And let me move this down a little. Probably won't see my face pop out my mouth. And he mixed up the trills like that. And the reason why he did stuff like that was kind of cool, because he would pick it. And then he would play forward. So he did that a lot, and he liked to play with the pickup selector. And like again, third. So he might do a run like this. Do something like that, which was, he had incredible phrasing, but he could play really thumping now. That's like my stuff. So I would take his style and mix it. Hence why he was a big influence. Now, talking about this, David Coverdale did throw him under the bus, so I can tell you some stories, because I don't really care. They can try to take down the video or whatever. David Coverdale was a jerk about what happened to John Sykes. So he was let go from the band because John was pushing him to do the vocals and vocals. John could sing. Come on, David, you're making excuses, blah, blah, blah. So he got rid of the whole band. They finished everything, and but still in the night, and he had Adrian Vandenberg come in, and that's when all that kind of started happening. And who he hired was Vivian Campbell from Dio, which you guys probably know. But Vivian played a lot like John. They're from the same area. Vivian grew up on Thin Lizzy, and he had some other bands in the area at the time. Now, Gary Moore was in Thin Lizzy. Gary Moore was a huge influence on Vivian. And Gary Moore was in Thin Lizzy way before both of them. But he had an amazing impact on all those guitar players. Like I said, he had some cool stuff. Like basic pentatonic shape moving around very melodically. Oh, I'm out of key. Am I out of key? Yeah. Sorry. Not really. I fly. Let's do that. Let's do that over. I forgot what I was doing. So he did a lot of that, but very melodic, very great guitar player. Again, if you're coming on here, please do it respectfully. There's kids that watch these channels. We're supposed to all be adults here. I don't care if you don't like my playing or you don't like my sound. That's your opinion. Just like if you come on here and you criticize me for my opinion of Bukovac, which I'll just mention, and I know that everyone's probably getting sick of that name, but all I did was mention my opinions on his credits and based on Wikipedia and how you can change it, and based on the 59 and him calling a Holy Grail. My comments are my opinion. And if you're coming on here bashing me for my opinion, you're doing the same thing, which would make you a hypocrite, wouldn't it? Rationale, reason, logic. Please, people, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm actually going to store this because I actually like the sound of that. Since I didn't like the sound of the plexi in here that I did, and this isn't the Moore. This is my. Anyway, there you go. Some John Sykes for you. Not that was me, and that's my combination and my version. And again, I thought he was an extension of Jimmy Page. The way he wrote, the way he played. Huge loss for the music community. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, and if you guys don't know what this is, because I didn't show this, you can see on the nameplate. I don't know if you can see the name. Tommy Thayer. Tommy Thayer. So a lot of people might not know who this is, but that is an Epiphone. But and I'll tell you what, this guitar right here was a limited edition. And it's got, I got the plastic still on here. That's plastic. I don't play it much. It's a cool looking guitar. It plays and sounds great. I really like that sound a lot. Might take some of the chorus out, but I like it. So, again, amp or fractal. It's fractal with an amp. The only way, and I'll repeat this, the only way to run modelers and profilers, you gotta run them with some kind of head and cab. That is the best way. Forget about the IR thing. Get it, and you run like a left mono out into an effects loop, into the return. You use everything from there, and you're using tube power to power it. All you're using is a different preamp with effects in it. So basically, my tube sound is an EVH. This is fractal, but it's not just a modeler. I'm using power tubes to power this. Preamps, I'm pushing the preamps, I'm pushing with different things in here. So that's how I get that sound, just so everybody understands that. Alright, peace out, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.